What's up, guys? Welcome back to this podcast. This podcast, we're going to explore the tips and strategies of improving the area of digital marketing. We're going to take this to the next level by having a person come in from the MLB office that we will be studying, as well as a player in the league. With this idea of digital media, the way we're going to look at this is by looking at the social and digital media of the companies. We're going to analyze this is by looking at the blackouts that happen when using streaming services online for streaming these MLB games. The first person that I would like to introduce who's going to be talking about this with us is an MLB analyst from this area. His name is Rico Rodriguez, and he is here now.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here on the podcast.
We're also going to get another perspective with this, and we're going to bring in a second individual that will be joining us on the podcast, and his name is
Swifty Jasper.
What's up? How you doing today?
You know, I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here and give some different perspectives on the game that aren't really looked at.
That's good, because his perspective will be coming from the player, while we'll be having another perspective coming from someone who actually works with the MLB team. So the first thing I want to bring up is, can you explain to me what these blackouts are there, Rico?
Yeah, so the blackouts are essentially they're an error in our program to where we can't get specific games at the major league level in certain areas to the broadcasters in those certain areas. So we've been working on it in the past couple of years, but we've recently had trouble of probably missing around 50 to 70 games each year. If you talk about all 162 games and 30-something teams, whatever there is, but probably 50 to 75 games a year we are being missed in broadcasting because we can't get them on TV.
You guys can lose out on a lot of revenue there, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, a lot of revenue.
Fans as well,
Yeah.
maybe?
I mean, definitely, a lot of people appreciate the MLB. They say it's America's pastime, so when they want to sit down and watch a game and they can't, the heat gets pushed back onto us.
Yeah.
But also a lot of revenue. We're looking at anywhere from 6 digits to 9 digits every 3 months, every quarter. So losing out potentially on $100,000 to close to $2 million, depends on the month, what part of the season it is, but total dollars in revenue in that area.
That's a crazy drastic cost there, I'd say.
Yeah, wide ranges, man. Especially opening day, losing a lot of money there. Middle of the season on a Tuesday, those are the shorter 6-digit numbers and the lower 100,000s. But nobody wants to lose $100,000 and have mad people at them. So especially of America's pastime.
Yeah, that is a good perspective there. And basically what we mean by these blackouts is just, if you were someone living in Phoenix and you have a team in Phoenix, you would not be able to watch that game, however it is your local team, because of the rights and the streaming services that they now have. So the next perspective that we are going to jump to regarding just this start of the matter is the MLB player we have with us today. He's going to give his ideas on how people can't watch him, he can't be seen, he can't get noticed. Is that helping him get to the major leagues or not?
Yeah, man. I hate it. I think I really need to be exposed out there. I think people need to see me play. I'm playing in a different style, a different manner than anyone's ever seen. I think I'm very marketable. You know, and all these big companies, I think I'm very marketable. I think I could be their head guy. You know, bringing a lot of money and new people into the sport and whatnot. So these blackouts, they definitely got to stop, and we got to find a solution to them.
So what you're saying is that you don't get as much attention from social media, would you say?
That would be correct.
Okay. A perspective of the MLB network.
Yeah, so over here at the network, we're not too concerned with our minor league players, such as our friend Swifty Jasper. You know, don't get me wrong, we want to see everybody succeed, but everybody in the league says that they play flashy in a new style that's unseen before.
Perspective being with the MLB network, what do you have to say about this follower/social media problem?
Yeah, so especially at the analyst office up in the MLB headquarters, we are not too concerned about people like Swifty Jasper's following on social media.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
not a
some
big
tension.
concern of ours.
Tension
Maybe
there?
a little tension here, but the truth coming out from the office is we want to keep our customers happy. You know, the players, they are our players. We control them.
Wow.
All right. I'll stop you right there, Mr. Rico. I am angered by your statements here today. I think people.
Wow, is this a beef?
Yes, it is a beef because he's out of his league here.
Okay,
I
now
am
listen
in
to
my
me. Listen
prime.
to me. We were talking about a blackout here at the major league level where we cannot get games.
Did you or did you not say that you are not worried about my following my exposure?
I'm not
You
Mr.
did.
Swift. I'm not.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
I'm
Let's
not
get back
Mr.
on
Swift.
track here. I
Yeah, we're going on a
apologize.
little bit
Back
of
to
a
what,
tangent
back
there.
to what I
huh?
was saying about that blackout stuff. So I may have worded it a little harshly. Let me rephrase it. We are more concerned about our fans having a enjoyable time watching the games they want to watch when they want to watch them
At the major league level.
at the major league level. Yes.
But do you
I guess you
understand?
could say, Mr. Swift, I understand what you're saying. I guess you could say maybe some exciting news for you is we are working on, first off, patching the whole blackout, and second off, starting to stream over 450 more minor league games each year.
Is that going to cost more from the MLB?
It is going to cost more in the MLB, but we are assuming with these blackouts being fixed, the revenue turning up profit, we will be able to fund these games
I like
in an
that.
effectful crew.
I think Swift over here would like that as well.
I would want nothing more than that. I think these minor league games need to be out there.
Okay. So moving on to our next thing with the blackouts is the postseason games. Is this going to be the same type of setup, I guess, coming from the streamers, or is there going to be another streaming network? Or
I'll take the lead on this one.
okay, you're from the player perspective here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more accurate from the player. This guy, he's working an office job.
All right.
But anyway, since playoffs need to be bigger broadcasted. It's an important time of the quarter
Yeah.
or season, if you will.
Yep.
So I think it really needs to be balls to the walls here. We need to be spending some money.
I have a nice rebuttal here that's going to really shock you, Swift, because last year, the 2023 World Series was the most watched sporting event of all time.
Really?
We blew records.
I will have to check that one for you.
Of all time in the history books. You can look it up. I think what you're saying is complete baloney about we need to have better broadcasted postseason games.
Okay.
Because the blackout.
Let me just stop you right there. More of the question was, how does this relate to people in a certain area? I know the Diamondbacks made the postseason for the first time in a while. People in Arizona couldn't watch the games. How do you feel about that?
I mean, from the front office, that's just I guess you could say that's an area of focus we weren't too concerned about.
Yeah, it's more of a flaw in the system.
Flaw in the system, you could say. I mean, last year, start of the season, I cannot lie to you, we were more focused on the Northeast with the Yankees and down in California, down in LA with the Dodgers.
I would assume so.
Getting those big fan bases booted back up, and we just were not expecting the D-backs to make the run that they did, and that was a lapse of judgment on our part.
Yes, Shohei Ohtani. Great player, huh?
Great guy. Great guy to be broadcasting.
That's
What
the
do you
problem.
have? I heard you played with Shohei back when you guys were in high school for a couple of games. I like his work ethic. What would you say about that? I heard he is always there over time and puts in the effort when other people don't see it. It's always working in the dark to be seen in the light.
Sure. Yeah, good. He does have the work ethic. And that, quite frankly, that's why he's the best player probably in the universe.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
Universe. You don't think there's aliens out there or something, huh?
not throwing 100 miles plus,
Hitting bombs too,
and
right?
hitting bombs, eating eggs.
So, from the MLB perspective, in the office, do you guys see this type of work being put in outside, or is that gone unseen, and that's just more of his preparation towards the season, the games, the weeks?
Yeah, so, I mean, a guy like Shohei Ohtani, he's always got people on him, reporters on him, camera on him, so that stuff is pretty heavily broadcasted throughout X and Instagram, so people see a lot of that stuff on their own, but we're mainly focused on getting the games in these specific regions back on TV.
That's good.
Yeah, we did not put that at our top priority last year. We're going to put that at our top priority this year, and we're going to solve that problem. Hopefully get a lot of our fans and following back.
I like it.
If what you say is true right now, I am very excited for next season.
So Jasper, I'm excited. I can't say I'm excited to watch you, but I'm excited for next season.
That's a good one. But let's go hop
I'm
into
coming
this.
back with the same energy.
That is perfectly okay on this podcast. When we're going back to your season next year, it's contract year. What does that mean for you?
So I'm on a contract, and this is my contract year. I'm about to ball out.
Yeah.
I'm talking multiple home runs. I'm talking a lot of stolen bases and a lot of strikeouts.
I like
From
to
the
hear
pitcher
that.
side, of course.
I guess the Yankees
Well, so
organization.
you're a two-way player, Mr. Swift Pub, Jasper?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess this is a good place as ever to reveal it. I am going to be a two-way player. That is right. I have been up to 104 on the mound
Wow.
as of last week.
So 104, that's 1.6 miles an hour off of the hardest pitch ever thrown. Do you have any aspirations to break that?
Oh, I mean, I've only been in the ball.
So breaking the actual hardest pitch ever thrown by a human being. His nickname is the Cuban Missile. His real name's Aroldis Chapman. I assume you've heard of him.
I'm familiar
Unless
with.
you are a brick underneath a rock.
I am familiar with the Cuban Missile.
That is good.
But what he doesn't know, I've been training in the backyard pretty vigorously for the last couple months.
So you're from the Dominican, right?
Yes.
So you're what's your nickname down there? I know you've got a crazy one.
Weren't born down there, though, correct?
I was
heard you were
born down
in-
there. They
Okay.
lost my papers, so, you know.
So you're one of the ones that's like 16, but like says you're 16, but you're actually like 25.
I'm 12.
That was the best comeback you could have possibly had right there. So we're going off on a little bit of a tangent here. We're going to move it
let's get
to
back to
the
blackouts. Back to the blackouts.
blackouts. And the next topic that came in from the chat is World Baseball Classic. Are you guys going to have rights for that this year, or are we going to be watching it through a streaming place called Peacock or something?
Yeah, so Peacock is actually pissing a lot of people off on the TV side of things. Excuse my French here. I know this is a family-friendly podcast.
Would you like to keep it that way?
Check. World Baseball Classic. We're actually, if we don't land that one this year, that's probably our biggest failure aside of the blackouts.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you better
so
not let
that
that
is,
happen, huh?
World Baseball Classic always brings a lot of fans from all over the world. We want to be a worldwide known company, as most of the people know about us, but I'm sure there's a select few in certain areas that don't. So we really want to get our name out there, and just obtaining something as the World Baseball Classic would be nice
great.
to have underneath your name.
Awesome. I heard you're going to be playing for the Dominican Republic in this tournament in the next couple of years, as well as the Olympics coming up here shortly. How do you feel about these games being streamed properly now?
Very excited, you know. The streaming has been laxical. Excuse me.
Lackadaisical is the word you're looking for.
Lackadaisical, yes. Nonchalant, even I could say.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I think I'm going to ball out.
Hear that?
So, go ahead.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
you got it. You got it.
No, I
Floor's
was just going
yours.
to say, so one of my colleagues called me back up, and he said that he checked to see if you were a two-way player, and that is actually false. He said he's never seen you
Really?
on a baseball mound before.
Well, yes, if you listen to what I said about 10 minutes ago, I said I will reveal it here, and people in the chat, I assume, are going crazy. It's probably, I'm trending on Twitter as we
Is
speak
this
right
because of the contract year?
Yeah, you know, I think I saved my arm the last couple, I think I played 25 years straight now. I haven't pitched, so I'm going to give that a try. I mean, I think...
So, based on other TV rights or other contracts from other leagues, we're going to say European soccer, for say. They have 0 blackouts as well as a certain streaming device that allows all games. You also can look from different perspectives, such as the away announcer or the home announcer. There's also even a neutral announcer in there. Are you guys planning on taking up these roles with your new streaming service, or is there going to be home team takes it all, or how is this going to work?
First off, I'd like to say to the people over in the European Soccer League, you guys don't have TV in your homes, so that's why you don't have blackouts. But then I'll also follow that up with no. We like to keep our commentators the same year in, year out. Most team in the MLB has a home person that does the radio, and then the analyst system will just find a broadcaster throughout our pool of broadcasters, and we will assign them. We try to keep them away from their home teams. That's kind of part of the job description, is you will travel everywhere but your home team. So
That's to provide for the
bias
bias
factor,
probably.
yeah,
Yep,
that there eliminates the bias factor of most of it. But yeah, I definitely could understand why they're doing it. There's a whole lot more going on during those soccer games than there is during a baseball game. So as long as we can get a knowledgeable guy that's got a good voice, people like to listen to him, we'll stick with one guy that's a non-biased for the game of baseball.
I like that. That's going to be a good move for the MLB network, especially the new streaming service coming out. The streaming service is MLB.com, if you guys are wondering. There's a $40 subscription fee right now. It is going for $15 if you use my code GBAILS.
Yeah. Excited to be on the podcast, baby. G Bales always gets the deals.
Yeah, but before you go, we got one more thing.
What is it?
Little League World Series. That's
Yeah.
a thing that's sometimes come up, and
I played in the Little League World
I heard you did, and we'll get to that here in a sec, but is MLB Network partnering with Little League World Series or?
Yeah, so actually MLB Network has been partnered with Little League World Series for the past however long it's been created, but just recently we have been trying to televise it more. So
Okay, so you're getting more of a logo out there, more of
a
an
logo out
involvement.
there for it, yeah. So I mean, there's some pretty crazy players nowadays that are in the leagues currently, like Kyle Schwarber, Cody Bellinger, retiree Tim Lincecum. All those guys played in the Little League World Series. So that pool of talent actually pulls out a pretty Hall of Fame player.
Nice future for the younger players of the MLB.
Exactly.
Huh. So I know you played in the Little League World Series. What team did you play for? I'm guessing the DR.
Yes.
Okay, how was it? What's your greatest memory or story? Actually, we'll go both. It's about being with the team, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't see much of the field, but it was a pretty depressing point in my life. I don't really like to talk about it.
Okay, well, we're going to move on then. You can stay over there and get through that moment if you'd like, or join us back again. But we're going to have... I think that's what's going to wrap us up tonight. What do you guys say? You have anything else to say?
No, I think we covered the digital marketing of the Blackouts in the MLB, and we got some good perspectives here from the office and a minor league player like for you, man.
That's good to hear. Any funny stories, comments from the week that we'd like to provide for the viewers?
Not for me.
Good week.
Great week.
Let's have a great week, boys, and thanks for joining us on this week's podcast, Digital Marketing, the Media, the MLB. Have a good one.